with that down, we're going to move into the thing that I want to talk about the most, and the thing that I decided to make the main topic today, which is this bidding war that was going on over at Apple with Apple TV Plus, which they ended up winning this bidding war, but it seemed to be between all the streamers. So this was open court for anybody, and Apple won. Of course, Apple won because, and bear with me for 1 second here as I get this brought up. And of course, Apple won, right? Because they got they're not making movies to make money. They're selling phones to make money. So it's a lot easier, a lot deeper pockets over there for the guys at Apple. I'm kind of a little surprised that Amazon didn't pick this up, because he did make The Boys and a couple other things that he's doing. He's the Boys Diabolical series. He's also written the new Boys Diabolical Season 2 series. So yeah, he's kind of got relationships over there at Amazon, and Amazon got the deep pockets too. But maybe this just became such a bidding war that it became so high that, it just seemed ridiculous. And that happens all the time in auctions and bidding wars and things like that, right? But yeah, so let's check this article out. This is coming to us from Deadline. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. In a competitive situation with multiple bidders, Apple TV Plus has landed a comedy starring, co-written, directed, and executive produced by Seth Rogen with a straight-to-series order, Deadline has learned. That's awesome. So this is a full-blown Seth Rogen thing, right? He's directed it, he's written it, he's produced it, and he's starring in it. Come on, Seth. Where you been at, boy? We need more of this. Come on. I don't even know, outside of Freaks and Geeks and what's the other one's name? I can't freaking remember. We haven't seen a Seth Rogen series. Come on. A Seth Rogen series sounds exactly like what we would want, right? The project hails from Rogen, Evan Goldberg, his best friend from high school, who also usually produces and directs with him, and James Weaver's Point Grey Pictures, who they've been producing movies with their entire career pretty much, and Lionsgate, where the company is based. Written by Seth Rogen, Goldberg, and Veep alums Peter Hoyek and Alex Gregory, and to be directed by Rogen and Goldberg, as I was stating a moment ago. The Untitled series is about a legacy Hollywood movie studio trying to survive in a world where it is increasingly difficult for art and commerce to live together. This sounds amazing. I imagine this is going to be great. I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan, so I'm probably going to like, I don't know if there's anything that I don't like Seth Rogen in. So, we'll go on a little bit more, read a little bit more of this article. Rogen, Goldberg, and Weaver executive produced via Point Grey. Hoyek and Gregory also executive produce and serve as showrunners. Alex McCarty and Josh Fegan also serve as executive producer, and Frida Perez co-produces. Lionsgate Television is the studio. This is the latest series to come out of Point Grey's multi-platform deal with Lionsgate, joining the Emmy-nominated Pam and Tommy, which was the kind of series about Pam Anderson and, in which Rogen also starred. He did, and you almost unrecognizable. He's so great. As well as the upcoming Jason Woliner series for Peacock. Additionally, Point Grey has the hit Prime Video series The Boys and its offshoots, as I mentioned earlier, its animated series Invincible and the upcoming Sausage Party for Prime Video, which is why, again, it was surprising to me to hear that this wasn't going to Prime Video. As an actor, Rogen is currently seen in Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans. He is repped by UTA Principal Entertainment in LA. Okay, so yeah, like I said, very interesting that we, Yeah, it goes on to say here, the Hollywood industry has been the backdrop of a number of series, mostly comedies, including HBO's Entourage and The Larry Sanders Show, on which Gregory and Hayek worked, Showtime's episodes and Beggars and Choosers, as well as NBC's 30 Rock. So this is interesting. I love all things Hollywood. Especially the industry, that being the backdrop with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who have been there and deep in the industry. If you haven't read Seth Rogen's story time or whatever it's called, his new book, definitely go check that out. It is awesome, and it gives you a real deep dive into how much these guys know about what's going on in Hollywood and how much they've seen. Obviously, they've been around for a while and they make movies, and they've always made their own movies. And if you guys know anything about making movies, it's very difficult, especially when there's somebody paying for that movie and telling you what you can and can't do. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it's well known that in one of honestly my favorite movie ever, This Is the End. When they went to the studio with the script, the studio was like, we like it, but you can't use your real names. Like, it can't be based in reality. It can't be meta like that. You can't use Seth Rogen. Make him like, John Abraham or whatever. Just make him random names. And Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg and those guys, he also directed, Seth Rogen also directed This Is the End, but they looked at the studio and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're right. We won't do that." And then they just did it, and it worked so well with their test screenings that the studio was like, "All right, I guess you guys are right," and they let them go with it. So it's just stuff like that. Like I said, that they really know the ins and outs and the back workings of Hollywood. So the Hollywood industry being the backdrop of this sounds hilarious to me, and it's I bet we're gonna get a deep dive into some real comedy to all of this stuff that goes on in Hollywood and whatnot, right? Plus, again, I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan. If Seth Rogen's starring in this, wrote this, and produced it, and is directing it, I have to assume that we may see, some of the other guys in there, right? We may see Jonah Hill. We may see, I imagine we won't see James Franco, but we could see Dave Franco. We could see Jay Baruchel. We could see, McLovin, Christopher Mintz-Plaza. We could see Michael Cera, all the people from This Is the End. You never know. He was also in a series with Kevin Hart before, so maybe Kevin Hart pops up for an episode. I could totally see that. He's also well connected. This Is the End proves that a lot too, right? Everyone was in that film, and I'm sure they weren't getting paid the greatest for it. So he's just well connected. He's a hilarious dude. I don't see enough of him anymore. I'm excited for this. This is super exciting, and that's why I made it the main topic today. So, definitely, guys, let me know what you guys think about all this. Are you guys big Seth Rogen fans like me? Or what? Tell me how you feel down in the comment section below. Let me know, are you excited for this series? Who do you think will be in it? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.